Good morning, my happy hour back. Here's the plan. We need to do a bit of a catch up. There was no day 277, no day 278, and today is day 279. I'll explain why in just a moment. A lot of focus now is on areas around windows because the windows may be delivered later this week. Don't hold me to it. Still, a lot of tiling going on. Still work on drilling out the small bathroom in the gym and spa. Speaking of the gym and spa, they're back to work on the jacuzzi area. And a ton more stuff to take a look at. What could possibly go wrong? It's Monday morning. If you're new here, this happens every Monday. And it's, they say, to get a little bit of energy into the crew, but also it's to get a bit of a smile on faces. So, stick around, you'll see what's coming. We have had a morning prayer. And next up, doesn't happen every week, but we've got a little bit of a briefing from the engineer and sometimes from the lead foreman. And then one more thing to come. Right, it's a bit of a grey and miserable day. Let's see if Elson can put a bit of a bump into the morning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, shoulder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, bending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is where everyone keeps their heads down.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Particularly Oliver. He always keeps his head down.
3, 4,
Elson always tries to get him going. He really tried this morning. Right, back to the build. Day 277, Friday. I did film a little bit of stuff, but I knew I was heading off to Manila to meet a buddy who's in town for a little while. And my plan was to edit whatever I had. It only went up to just after lunch and put out a fairly short video. Being the consummate professional that I am, I couldn't be bothered. So we missed Friday, Saturday. Today is all about catch up. Well, not entirely, but a lot of it is about catch up. Let's see what they've been up to. First thing to take a look at is the sunroom tiling. We're still not quite done yet. This area is the last little bit to be done, including round the corner to where that little bathroom is just behind the wall on the left here. Not too many tiles left to do. This is the end of the hallway where they got a lot of tiles done, but again, not finished. The reason this is not finished, they ran out of tiles. In the dining room, Mr. Rene just working on a tile here, and it's a highlight tile. It's the one that we briefly had a look at in the boxes, and it goes here. So we've got, what's that? Half of that area is now done. It is an unusual colour combination. Hopefully it works. Inside the spa area, we've got Jay back, who was one of the pool crew, and it was always the plan that those guys would come back and work on the jacuzzi. That's one of their areas of expertise. And we've got Sue, who's also back. So they're preparing to get close to do tiling, but they're not quite ready yet. They're just adjusting the drain out of here, which they took a look at and said that's too high. So they're just making an adjustment to that. Then we will be using this tile, but it isn't covering everything of this jacuzzi. You'll have to wait to see the combination that we've got going in here. Oliver is still chipping out inside the bathroom for the gym and spa, making the adjustments to the layout in here. That's turned out to be a lot of work. In the dirty kitchen, this was not all complete the last time you guys saw it. So they've now got those tiles in all of the bases for the cabinets. In the laundry room, we've now got all of these tiles in place around the sink area, plus down on the shelves down below. And over here, this morning, there's been more work on drainage, just here. Speaking of drainage, it is one of the issues we have here. There are no drains outside this property. All the builder can do for now is to pipe the water, the excess water, obviously not from toilets, that goes into the septic tanks, but all of the rest of the water will be piped outside the wall, down close to the road. And at that point, it just stops, and it will have to just filter into the soil. We have no idea when there may be drains put along here. There's been a lot of drains put in around and about our area, but there is no sign of that drainage being extended along this road. So unfortunately, it just goes out there and goes in the ground. Nothing else we can really do at this point. The building inspector is on site, checking whether she likes what's been done or doesn't like what's been done. There will inevitably be bits that she's not comfortable with, but hopefully not too many things. Inside the home theatre room, Rico and Rico did get a lot more of this ceiling frame in place. Still not quite done. This end, it looks like there's a little bit more metalwork still to be added, but mostly now that frame is in place. Now, as I may have said before they put ceiling panels in, we need to deal with soundproofing. And I've not seen the final solution yet on that from the builder, so we'll have to wait and see what he comes up with. This is one of the north-facing window inside the kitchen. Owen's working on skim coating here because the builder does think that maybe this week we'll start to get deliveries of windows. There is no guarantee, but they have been apparently on Saturday and so far today spending quite a bit of time trying to get windows ready for when those frames arrive. The total installation date for all of the windows, the builder estimates at 3 to 4 days. And my word, will that make a difference to the appearance of the house. In the master bedroom, painter Mr. Willie is applying primer. And apparently again, Saturday, a lot of attention to putting primer in bedrooms. Not finished coats just yet, but getting closer and closer. While I'm here, another little tiny bit of tiling that was done was right at the very top of this highlight wall, where they did get in the extra couple of tiles they needed to finish that off. Plus, over here, They did paint this kind of a dark brown. The idea was it would match, closely match anyway, the colour up here on the ceiling panels. But we didn't like it, so it's gone back to, for now, a very neutral, well, nothing really. We have to make a decision on what that eventually will be. One of the clips I had on Friday was this shower in action. It is, at least down here, fully connected, including with hot water. It does definitely need a booster pump. The water pressure is not enough, but it all works. We also now have the waterfall shower head is in place. When they first did this, it was lower. It was on a piece of metalwork that hung down from the ceiling, and that's because that head is adjustable in terms of the angle. But we looked at it and we decided we didn't need that to be adjustable, and it looks better, in our opinion, to have it right in the ceiling. So that's what they've done. In the upstairs hallway, something else that I looked at on Friday were these channels where, well, on the left side where the light fixtures go. Up here in these narrow channels, we looked at these a few times before. What I had not appreciated was that the wood grain effect isn't the original wood. It is hand painted into that channel. So no wonder this thing took so long to get finished. But Ernie, with a little tiny paintbrush, created that grain effect. It looks lovely, but my word, that is time intensive. In Jack's bedroom, another example of where they were busy with primer. A lot of these walls, if there is to be finished paint, now have prime coat on there, the first coat of two. Certain areas over here to the left, and keep those dizzy pills handy. Just here above the TV cabinet, that will not be a painted surface, so it doesn't need all that preparation. It's post-lunch. In fact, it's 4:30. I was off food shopping. It's been a miserable day, all day today. The rain has eased off a fraction at the moment, so I'm not going to stay here long, which is why I've chosen a short one. Contribution from Ewan, I think his first in the joke of the day category, who says he went to the zoo the other day, only had one dog in it. It was a Shih Tzu. With that, we'll almost go inside, but first, as you can see over there, the structure where the external bar was is gone. They actually did that on Saturday. So we're ready now to reinstall when we've got our piece of wood back from the woodworkers. Not sure when that will be, but not too long, I would think. But let's go and see how they've got on during today. We'll start here in the hot tub. Well, not quite in the hot tub, but you know what I mean. Tiling has commenced. They've obviously finished with the little bit of plumbing adjustment they were doing. So we're getting these little patterned tiles. As I said before, it's not going to be all over this jacuzzi. Stick around for a day or two and you'll see what the rest of it will look like, hopefully. In the sunroom and patio, this is something we don't really like to see. Something's gone wrong. I don't know what. But they've removed a whole big patch of tiles here. I'll find out tomorrow morning what happened here. This is looking out of the laundry room, and that little bit of extra piping, water piping, is in and covered up, and I think all now connected in here. In the dining room, we've now got most of the tiles on that kind of feature wall, if you like. Only that top level still to be finished off. We're just outside the walk-in closet and then ahead the bathroom. And I can smell there's a lot more paint has gone on the walls here. It's not everywhere, but they have covered a large amount of these surfaces with now at least one prime coat. But I'm looking for opinions. This doorway into the bathroom will be a double doorway. It'll be a sliding door. We are undecided as to whether that should be wood or glass. And if it was glass, should it be reflective? It'll only be myself and my beautiful Asawa up here. And you don't get any view directly to the toilets, for example, coming in this door. What do you think? Wood or glass just here? Help us decide. Still inside the master bedroom, we've now got a different colour paint, partially applied, again around this kind of feature wall. A very, very much lighter colour than we saw previously. Well, you didn't, but we did. Again, that may or may not be, it's not a finished coat, it might be getting close to a finished colour. We'll have to see whether, no, I will have to find out whether I like that once my beautiful Asawa tells me. This channel in the upstairs hallway that I've come back to time and time again and admiring their work to get a grain appearance on it, you now really can't see too much of that wood because we have LED tube lights all the way down this channel. And they are T5 LED tubes. I haven't looked that up yet. I'll have to see if that is one of the more energy efficient versions. This is the large window at the front of the main kitchen. And this windowsill, in fact all the way around this window, does have fresh paint on it. Now, there's clearly still scaffolding around here, so there are areas that are untouched. But I think there has been a lot of focus on a lot of windows today, trying to get the paint closer to a point where they could start to fit windows into it, window frames. I wonder how close we really are to start to see those windows arriving and being installed. I'm actually quite excited about that. Our electrical team has been very busy over the last week or more. There are now wires hanging down all over the house for electrical lighting, mostly for lighting. There's a couple of bits where there'll be security cameras, but they have got lights or wiring ready all over the place now. That's it. Upstairs, in quite a lot of areas, there is the smell of fresh paint, but not really anything that you can see that would be different. So once again, I'll spare you that. A strange day. I missed half of it off shopping. It's not quite as nice a day as we're used to, although at this time of year, this is not that uncommon. But nevertheless, lots more progress still. And then maybe we are within a few days of starting to see windows, which I know, amongst others, will please Charles Hill. Charles puts a comment in probably on every video, and a lot of his comments, no, that's not fair, a number of his comments refer to the fact that he's quite excited by the idea of windows and he's been very patient. Well, Charles, maybe not too much longer. See you all tomorrow.